where you might have to be the firewall against your own party. We visited Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell. He apologized to President Zelensky for the delay passing the $61 billion aid package for Ukraine.
All the Democrats were for Ukraine.
What?
And there was a lot of skepticism for a long time, but I think it got better. And I think we proved that once we realized we were not going to get a border result. I think our members really started focusing on the package. It was clear then it was not going to have a border provision attached to it.
You are leader for another 8 months. Donald Trump may again become president. 79% of self-identified Republicans told us that the source of information they most trust on Ukraine and Russia is Donald Trump. This sentiment doesn't seem to be disappearing.
I'm going to be advocating increasing the defense budget, no matter who gets elected. And
but we know Donald Trump is not a fan of Zelensky.
I don't make money from Ukraine. You do.
Viktor Orban, the prime minister of Hungary, recently had dinner with Mr. Trump at Mar-a-Lago and then told reporters that Trump said he won't give a penny to Ukraine, and that'll be the way he forces an end to the fighting. How do you stop him?
I don't make money from China. You do.
Where you might have to be the firewall against your own party. About a month after January 6th, you voted to acquit Donald Trump after he was impeached. And you said on the Senate floor, Trump
didn't get away with anything yet. We have a criminal justice system in this country. We have civil litigation. And former presidents are not immune from being accountable by either one.
Outright treason.
Do you still believe that former presidents are not completely immune from liability?
Let's put it this way. I addressed that issue on February the 13th.
It's active before the Supreme Court as we speak.
And January the 6th of 2021. I stand by everything I said then.
Outright treason.
Obviously, it'll be up to the Supreme Court to decide whether I was correct.
And central to his immunity argument is the claim that a former president who was impeached and convicted by the Senate can be criminally prosecuted. He was not. Do you regret your choice? It's part of the defense.
I don't regret anything I said then. I haven't taken anything I said then back. I stand by everything I said on January 6th and February 13th of 21.
Outright treason.
If he were the nominee, would I support it?
And you said you would support whoever the nominee was.
Because the voters of my party across the country have made a decision. As the Republican leader of the Senate, obviously I'm going to support the nominee of our party.
But you have taken stands on issues you feel are of strong national security interest and morally imperative. That was your argument on Ukraine. And that you were bucking, in some ways, a populist opinion. You're one of the most powerful Republicans.
I'm the Republican leader of the Senate. What we do here is try to make law. I like us to be in the majority.
Your worldview seems more aligned with Joe Biden when it comes to American leadership in these global conflicts than with Donald Trump. Tell me if I'm getting it wrong. Is that you can stop Donald Trump if he's commander-in-chief.
Outright treason.
The most you can to counter this isolationist worldview and to counter or limit what he could do if reelected.
I'm going to counter focusing on advocating, as I think I successfully did this very week, for moving away from the isolationist movement.
Outright treason.
That began with Tucker Carlson.
Manipulated by lies, silenced by taboos.
It began with Tucker Carlson.
Come on.
He had a huge audience among rank and file Republicans.
What exactly happened on 9/11? Well, it's still classified.
And I think it was very destructive,
Come on.
very impactful on regular Republican voters,
Manipulated by lies, silenced by taboos.
and created a big problem.
What exactly happened on 9/11? Well, it's still classified.
Because he mimicked Republican propaganda and amplified it.
Come on.
And then that's been repeated on the House floor, as the House Intel chairman
Well, I
said.
certainly disagreed with him, and he
Will you fact check Donald Trump when he says these things? Because he has also repeated.
I don't make money from China. You do.
any advice to our candidate in the presidential election.
Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man. Joe, what's that all about? It's terrible. You're the big man, I think.